Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're studying psychology, prepping for an exam, or just curious about how our behaviors are learned, you're in the right place. Today we're diving into the behavioral approach in psychology, what it is, where it comes from, and how it explains human behavior through learning. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're studying psychology, prepping for an exam, or just curious about how our behaviors are learned, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into the behavioral approach in psychology, what it is, where it comes from, and how it explains human behavior through learning. We'll cover the key assumptions, explore the classic work of Pavlov, Skinner, and Watson, and end with a detailed evaluation, 3 strengths and 3 weaknesses of the approach. So, let's jump right in. The behavioral approach is one of the oldest and most influential perspectives in psychology. It focuses entirely on observable behavior, things we can see and measure, rather than thoughts or feelings, which are considered too subjective. Let's break down the 3 key assumptions of this approach. Behaviorists believe that we're born as tabula rasa, a blank slate. This idea means that all of our behavior is learned from our environment, through interactions and experiences, not inherited through genes or instincts. Behaviorists argue that we learn behaviors through 2 main types of conditioning: classical conditioning and operant conditioning. Let's explore both. Ivan Pavlov, a Russian physiologist, is famous for his experiment with dogs. While studying digestion, he noticed something strange. Dogs would salivate not only when they saw food, but even when they saw the lab assistant bringing the food. He tested this by ringing a bell just before presenting the food. After several pairings, the dogs began to salivate just at the sound of the bell. They had learned to associate the bell, a neutral stimulus, with food, an unconditioned stimulus, producing a conditioned response: salivation. Next up is B.F. Skinner, an American psychologist who studied how behavior is shaped by its consequences. In his famous experiments, he placed rats or pigeons in a Skinner box. When the animal pressed a lever, it received food, a reward. Over time, the animal learned to repeat this behavior to get the reward. John B. Watson took the principles of classical conditioning and applied them to humans. In a controversial study, he worked with a baby named Albert. Albert was initially unafraid of a white rat, but Watson paired the appearance of the rat with a loud, frightening noise. Soon, Albert began to cry just at the sight of the rat, and even other white, furry objects. Now, let's critically evaluate the behaviorist approach. What are its strengths and weaknesses? Behaviorists rely on observable, measurable behavior, making their research highly scientific. Lab experiments like those by Skinner and Pavlov are tightly controlled and replicable. This approach has real-world benefits. It has led to therapies like systematic desensitization for phobias and token economies in schools and prisons. It supports the idea that anyone can be shaped by their environment. This offers a hopeful, egalitarian view. With the right conditions, people can change. By focusing only on observable behavior, it ignores important mental processes like memory, decision-making, and problem-solving, areas studied by the cognitive approach. It assumes that behavior is entirely determined by environment and conditioning. This ignores free will and personal responsibility. Studies like Little Albert raise serious ethical concerns, causing distress without proper protection or informed consent. These studies wouldn't be allowed today. So, to wrap up, the behaviorist approach has been hugely influential in shaping psychology as a science. Through pioneers like Pavlov, Skinner, and Watson, we've gained valuable insights into how behavior is learned. But it's also faced criticism for being too simplistic and ignoring what's going on inside the mind. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next psychology video. Have any questions or want us to cover another approach? Drop a comment below.